Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I did get a file sent over from Magus with one of his Greater Banquet crystal openings. Now again, as a full disclosure, it has become a public knowledge that his score at some point, we don't know how recent it is, was at 54 million, which effectively meant 135k on Greater Banquet crystals, plus minus a couple of thousand there. And that also means that it's 13,500 Greater Banquet crystals, or something around that. It could be more by now, we don't know. I haven't asked him for and he probably wouldn't want to share it with me anyways, but the point is that he had about 13 of these openings. But we do have our hands on one. And it is quite hefty in duration, so we will be skipping in some parts here and there, but let's see. So in the first pop, he immediately starts with a whole chunk of tier 6 basics, 5-star Weapon X, and a 6-star Awakening Gem. Now that's a very, very solid pop of 10 if you ask me, but as I said, there is a whole 1,000 of these crystals to go through, and that this entire video, no matter how many things I fast forward, it's glad to see that he's also not unaffected by the increased loading times. But yes, no matter how many of these crystals we're going to see today, he opened 13 plus times this. So this isn't his one big grand opening or something like that. He had quite literally over a dozen of these. But at this point, we can already see him getting the tier 6 basic materials. All of those cab crystals and the regular cab nexuses just seem such a petty thing of Kabam to do to include here. But obviously, when it comes to Magus, the primary things that he's looking for here are the rank 5 materials. So it is tier 6 class catalyst. He has already formed a couple of tier 6 basics. Has obviously Awakening Gems that he has absolutely no use for, as he already does have all the 6-star and 5-star champions in the game and Awakened. And one thing that I want to see is how many Nexus crystals he's going to end up with. So he has 7 cam Nexuses and 2 regular Nexuses, and so far he's pulling a whole bunch of 5-star trophy champs as well. But the most important things, obviously, in all of these openings, tier 6 basics, tier 3 alphas, and tier 6 class catalyst. So he does have to go through his loading periods here. I think after the 100, we're going to skip over a bit. We saw that he has, 2 and a bit tier 6 basic fragments. He has 2 tier 3 alpha catalysts there at this point as well, which is, I suspect, something that he's keeping an eye on. Some silly offer there to pop up. And again, I'm not going to make you sit through all of this, even though I technically possibly could, but I don't know. I kind of feel that a lot of people use the double tap button on these videos. And I do not typically submit other people openings in general. It's not something that I want my channel to be focused on. The reason I'm doing it in this case is, number one, it is the main subject of conversation in virtually every circle for the last couple of days, in terms of the amounts that he had to open in order to get to the rank 5 6-stars. And also, I do want to see how those tier 6 catalysts accumulate myself, because obviously I did get 2 or 3 tiny bits, but then again I opened nowhere near. I opened nowhere near as many crystals as in this opening, let alone in totality that he did. I do believe that I actually haven't counted, but I did have one massive opening with 50, and I probably opened another bunch somewhere along the way, maybe probably less than another 50. So here we go. 13 cab nexuses, 140 crystals in. Okay, let's pop it a bit further. So he has 3.5 tier 6 basics, 2.5 tier 3 alphas, a whole bunch tier 2 alphas. He's not actually showing us the end there, which will also show the 6-star shards and the scrap, because obviously he's not protected or immune from opening scrap. So let's forward this a bit further. Now you guys can gauge the length of this crystal opening. So we're going to check out his pop at here. So now he's starting to see some tier 6 class catalyst fragments there. He has 140 tier 4 class catalysts, 4 awakening gem crystals, 26 nexus, 3 6-star nexuses, that's quite new, 4 featured 6-stars, 42 tier 5 basics, and still on the same 3 classes there with tier 6 class catalyst fragments. And it isn't looking too astonishing, considering that you need like 57,000 to form a single catalyst, and you need 3 of those catalysts. You guys can again see and judge that these catalysts aren't coming through, you know, thick and fast. These catalysts, again, 420 crystals in, he has like 11k mystic ones and then 2.8k cosmic and tech ones, which is not a lot. So I would say that this is not a super lucky opening here thus far, at the very least in first half, for the resources that he's after. Obviously for us, much of the stuff that we see here would be extremely attractive with the featured 6-star hero crystals, 6-star nexuses, tier 6 basics, tier 3 alphas, because he already has like basically 7 tier 6 basics there. But there are just no more tier 6 class catalyst crystals coming, or no more tier 6 class catalyst fragments. So 164 catalysts. And let's see, he formed his 7th. He did get a bit more cosmic tier 6 class catalyst fragments. But again, you need 57,000 to form 1 catalyst. And then in order to rank up a champion, you need to form 3 of those. And we know for a fact that he has done it with 2 champions already. And I also know, speaking with him, that he's very, very close to rank 5ing a mutant champion. So again, some loading issues. 5 6-star awakening gems. Those 10 max sig crystals probably mean that he got like 10 of the trophy 5-stars that he has at max sig there. 28 Nexus Cow crystals. And he got 14,000 mystic ranks there, which again is the main thing that he's checking in. Don't worry, at the end he does go through all of the rewards that he gets here. But again, it is just extremely kind of demoralizing and somewhat impressive. Oh, look at that, 6-star Weapon X blue. That's a max sig crystal as well there. My Weapon X is actually unawakened still, yeah. I probably should give that Weapon X a gem because I'm not likely to get one. But look at that, he did form a skill one here. He did end up forming a skill one, so he must have either been very close or gotten a decent chunk of the skill tier 6 class catalyst. So that's where the first screenshot's taken, with 500 of those. So let's see how this carries on. How much of the rank 6 material stuff, sorry, rank 5 material stuff he's getting here. Again, not too much here. I think at this point we can skip forward a little bit again. There was some Kang popping up. And let's go. Let's see now. So here he has some new mutant ones, some tech ones, some more skill ones. Still at the 14,000 mystic ones. But you can see that 730 of these, you know, in most cases, gave him like 5,000 fragments of each class, so 1/10, so 10%. So it does kind of, you know, stand to reason why he had to open around 13,000 of these crystals. Because again, based on the score that we do know he put at some point in this event, he has opened over 13,000 greater banquet crystals. It's going to be interesting to see him spend all the scrap as well, which I can't wait to see at the end of this video. I wonder how, yeah, well, I mean, luckily for people like Magus, there will be a scrap storage coming at the end of January, because otherwise he would need to spend like 2 days probably to get rid of all the scrap. Here you can see that still they're not really coming in thick and fast, are they? Still 760 crystals in, and he is like fairly negligible amount. Like, you could get more tier 6 fragments from Cyber Weekend stuff, I believe, total, than we have seen here in the 770 crystals. Again, just as a reminder, this entire opening of 1000 graded banquet crystals does cost $10,000. Because one crystal is approximately $10. So this entire opening here is basically blown up. $7,800 so far in what you see here. So when it comes to the return rate of rank 5 materials, this event definitely hasn't been nowhere near as lucrative as, let's say, Cyber Weekend was, when all of us could get like a full catalyst and a bit for, you know, a fraction of the price, comparatively speaking, because all of the offers at Cyber Weekend was like $600-700, which is, you know, less than 1/10 what we see here. So if you're looking for a bargain on rank 5 materials, this year's gifting event was not it. This year's gifting event definitely was not it. But that is 82 tier 5 basics there, though. It's plenty of rank materials. I wonder, does he have like a ton of tier 5 basics expiring like at all times or not? Interesting. 11 tier 6 basics, 11 and a bit. So that again is enough to take another 3 or so champions rank 4. If you guys did not catch the account tour video that I made, that at the beginning of this event, I believe he had 79 rank 4 6-star champions, and he went up to 81, and then he can rank up another 2. So I believe that should make it around 106, something like that. 107 rank 4s. That's about half of the 6-stars that exist in the game at the rank 4 level. But still struggling there. 60 cow crystals. But again, those tier 5 class catalyst fragments definitely not coming in fast. And I bet watching a footage like this makes quite few Whalelier viewers relatively happy and content that they did not spend as much money as they could have on this event. Because again, any casual regular offer that we will see that will include rank 5 material, so tier 6 class catalyst fragments, will be, you know, more, well, better by a factor of 10, because they have it. However, that 11.5 tier 6 basics, he does seem to be getting significant amounts of skill overall recently. I mean, I say significant amounts, again, it's 8,000 fragments, and you need 57,000 fragments in order to be able to form one catalyst. Okay. So 8 there, 14, 8 again still. There was nothing in the form of tier 6 class catalyst fragments. At this point, interestingly enough, he only had 1.2 billion gold. And I know saying only is quite stupid, because we do know for a fact that with the more recent screenshots that he has provided, he's sitting at almost 2.5 billion gold. So this event in its totality, you know, earned him 1.5 billion gold, something like that. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know, but I do know that he has 2.5 billion gold now. So there was a lot of gold that he earned with these openings, considering the minimum amount on each of these crystals, like 100k, but you can get 200k and 500k. And yeah, so he definitely stacked up his gold stash here. Right, let's skip a bit forward. Let's take a look at last 940 crystals that he opens. He's still not looking very thick and heavy in this opening from those tier 6 class catalyst fragments. Well, luckily he did end up forming that skill there. He has 100 tier 5 basics. 100 tier 5 basics. Alright, another 6-star Thanos is Sig 118. So he had 17 5-star trophy champions that were max Sig. And then one of the 6-stars There was max sig as well, but obviously he added to some sig levels. 320 6-star signature stones there. There's 30 to open left. And let's see how this whole saga ends. Right, guys? So, again, the game can't handle that many greater banquet crystals. But 460 tier 4 basic crystals, 7 6-star awakening gem crystals, 340 of those 6-star 6 stones, and 100 plus tier 5 basics. Right, so 15 tier 6 basics is what we saw there. Okay, so let's now be very slow and careful as he's going through this bit. So I'm going to try and pause it just to kind of summarize it out for... Oh, crap. Okay. 990. Okay, so we're going to try and be very careful here with the last 10. So we are going to pause it here. 1,000 greater banquet crystals gave him. And again, keep in mind, this is only, 1/10 of what he opened. 460 tier 4 class catalyst fragments, 7 6-star awakening gem crystals, 340 6-star signature stone crystals, okay, 49 cab nexuses, 4 6-star nexuses, 70 regular cabs, 7 6-star featured crystals, 16 tier 6 basic catalysts. So that immediately right there is what, 5 and a bit new rank 4s. Sigs on Thanos. Then here is the tier 6 class catalyst lineup, where he got 11,000 cosmic ones, 5.7k mutant ones, 14,000 mystic ones, unknown amount of skill ones, because that kind of popped through there. We do not know how many he had before he formed. 5,700 tech ones, 106 tier 5 basics, 4, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, on average, I would say 2.5 each class tier 5 CCs, more or less. 19 and some tier 3 alpha, which again is enough for 6.5 new rank 4s. 230 tier 2 alphas. Whole bunch of ISO that he will have to sell for more gold. 4 generic 6-star awakening gems. I wonder how many of those he has in total now. And 11,400,000 scrap. That's a whole lot of scrap to spend. 11,400,000 scrap. Another 500 generic 6 stones, basically. 750,000 5-star shards. One second, that accidentally. 750,000 5-star shards. And 600. Again, I thought I stopped it, but I didn't. 620. 6,000 6-star shards. So that is what 1,000 greater banquet crystals contained in this opening. And again, he had about 13, 14 more of these openings. So it's a whole lot of time opening crystals, because this entire recording was 32 minutes in its original length. Hence, I had to kind of skip forward in some places. But yeah, if you do this another 13 times, that's a whole lot of hours. That's the thing that weirded me about this entire thing out the most. You literally have to spend a full working day just opening crystals. But there you go. That is how first rank 5s in this game arrived, through sheer whalery and money. And you know, there is something that in this entire system that obviously I'm personally not a big fan of, and it's not because I'm upset that, you know, Magus has more money than I do and he can do things like that. It's ultimately that, you know, Kabam is monetizing the game as heavily as they are. However, the one thing why I wasn't taking it as hard this year as I, you know, did in the past couple of years, for instance, is because Kabam does allow you to catch up to a very high degree. So even if you do not spend thousands on greater banquet event, you know, within the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you can be at a relatively similar level. Obviously, this is taking it to extreme. This is, you know, the biggest account in the world. This is account where, you know, he has more rank 4s than I have rank 3s pretty much at this point. But at the same time, I do think that if there is one, you know, good praise to give to Kabam from kind of like a more competitive player standpoint, is that you could remain competitive by spending, you know, fraction of the amount that we have seen here. And in a setting like that, somebody has the spare money, they should spend it however they want. That's one of the things that I really dislike people try to do. It's like, imagine if you had that money, how much, you know, good you could do in the world. You don't know anything about this person. You don't know how much he has or has not contributed to his community. But most importantly, it's his money. You spend your money however you want. And we see that a lot in today's society. People, I don't know, being pissed off at Elon Musk for buying Twitter for billions of dollars instead of, you know, doing anything else with it. It's his money. You know, you spend your money how you want. Your, like, American government spent trillions and they didn't end world hunger, right? It's their money. I don't live there. It's none of my business. So in general, I'm just trying to say that for better or worse, this is how a crazy opening like that looks like. And I encourage people not to be bitter about things like that. There are aspects of it that obviously I like. There are aspects of it that I don't like. But fact of the matter is that we are all playing this game, and stuff like this definitely improves the chance of this game surviving in the long term. So here we are. Anyhow, I know it went a bit heavy at the end. So if you are still here, then a huge thank you to all of you for watching the video. And let me know what you guys thought of this video in general. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next